friends, my name is Chloe Taylor and I'm the creator of kozykale, and in today's video I am going to be doing a pick a card of who might have a crush on you. So before you head off to the timestamps down below, if you don't know how these work, I will explain them, but before anybody heads away, please note that if you like any of the decks in this video that I use, I put links to them down below. They are affiliate links. They don't cost you anything extra to use them, but they do help the channel. So if you're thinking about purchasing a deck, it's really nice of you if you would actually use my links. I would really greatly appreciate it. So now, if you don't know how pick a cards work, basically this is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are timestamps down below. You can choose which pile you would like to have read. There are so many ways to do this. You can pause the video, meditate on the cards. You can look at the timestamps and see if any of your lucky numbers stand out to you. You can also pick just based on intuition. Maybe you saw the thumbnail for this and you already saw a deck standing out to you. There are so many different ways. I would say this though, try your best if you are able to pause the video and actually go with which pile you are drawn to the most. Go with your feelings over your visual. I just find that it's more accurate that way, but do whatever makes you feel the best. Please know that you can never choose wrong. It's always the one for you. Whichever one that you choose is the one that's meant for you. So anywho, let's go ahead and jump in. All right, if you chose pile number 1, what we have for you is the 10 of Swords. We have the 7 of Wands. Trying to make sure we get these nice and in the center. And we also have the Magician. So first and foremost, whoever it is that has a crush on you, I do feel that they are somebody that really stands out. They could definitely be someone that is like the class clown or somebody that just really makes themselves more known. I mean, if you're somebody that is in school about that age, they might be somebody that is like the class clown, really stands out more so over other people. They're not someone who really keeps to themselves. I do feel like, especially with that 7 of Wands, they're somebody that really stands out above others. And not that they're better than someone else or anything like that, but I feel like they are not somebody that just kind of melts into the background. They definitely make their presence known. They may have a louder personality. I do feel like they are also someone that is very powerful because we have the Magician, and the Magician is like, they are someone that all the powers of the universe come together to help them on their path at this time or maybe forever, and they use that power to make their own luck. So you also may find that they are somebody who is very lucky, and I also feel that they are someone that potentially is a little bit of a troubled soul. I think they are a little bit more happy-go-lucky because of what they've been through in this life, and I say that because we do have the 10 of Swords, and that card can be a little bit excruciating. So I do feel like to some degree they have had to go through a lot. Maybe they've had a harder life than most. And I do feel like with this, this is somebody that maybe you have even manifested specifically with that Magician card. And I would say that, yeah, they do have a crush on you. We also have the Scorpio card here, and we also have the Virgo card. So with Scorpio and Virgo energy coming in, they maybe wouldn't let you know right off the bat that they like you. They might tend to keep that part to themselves. But at the same time, we also have Virgo, which is a Mercury ruled sign. So when they do decide to tell you, they will definitely let you know. You also may find that they are somebody that has a major Virgo or Scorpio energy in their chart. And I feel like they are definitely someone, I'm trying to think of like what the similarities between Scorpio and Virgo. Actually, if you look at this card, it kind of looks like the woman who is on the Virgo card. She looks kind of like this. Oh, it's hard to see because there's a glare. It kind of looks like this same woman is actually present on this Scorpio card. So they could be somebody that's like a Scorpio rising, but they have a Virgo sun or something to that nature. Like their energy is balanced in their chart with both of those. You could also find that maybe you're a Virgo and they're a Scorpio, or they're a Scorpio and you're a Virgo. or did I say that right? You get what I'm saying though. So you may find that they are one of those signs and you are the other. So they probably are somebody that is an expert communicator, and maybe that's why they tend to stand out, is because everything they say is very calculated. And so when they do communicate, it's very well put together. I feel like Scorpio and Virgo are not like quote unquote messy signs. They tend to be very to the point, very like well thought through when they do decide to say certain things. So they're not somebody that just like says things for the sake of saying them. And then we also have Trust the Niggle card. What is the niggling? What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So basically, if there was somebody that came to your mind when I pulled these cards out, trust that that's probably the person that this was about. Trust your intuition on figuring out which person this is and go forward from there. So that's all I have for you, pile number 1. Best of luck. All right, pile number 2 for you guys, we have the Hanged Man. We also have the Devil card, and we also have the Daughter of Swords. So right off the bat, what this tells me is that if they do have a crush on you, they are someone that they are never going to let you see it. Because with the Daughter of Swords, to me, this is about like, yes, being communicative, but also holding a boundary. The Hanged Man is about pausing and reflecting. And we also have the Devil card, which they could just be devilishly handsome, or maybe a little bit different than someone you would tend to date. I feel like those aren't straight. Maybe a little bit different than the ideal person you tend to date. I would say be very careful. We're going to kind of get more into that in a moment, why I think you should be careful, especially with that Devil card, because I have another card in my hand here that corresponds to that. So we also have Leo and we also have Uranus, and both of these cards, Leo to me, especially if they are a Leo, they are somebody that really does require quite a bit. They like to be center of attention. They also really do like to be worshipped. That is something to note about Leo, especially if they are a Leo Venus. Maybe look into their chart if you have the ability to. If they are a Leo Venus in particular, you're going to want to make sure that you truly like worship this person. Like that's what they desire, is to just like be loved. They really thrive on those feelings. They will also show you how to worship yourself if they have major Leo energy. That's just a huge characteristic of Leo. With Uranus here, this is why another reason I said they might be somebody that's kind of out of your comfort zone, because Uranus really does like to shake up the boundaries and shake things up. We actually have Uranus transiting through the sign of Taurus for the next like 7 years. And so a lot of Taurus signs are being very shaken up. So you may find that you're the Taurus. I'm a Taurus myself, so wherever your Taurus placement is, that's definitely changing some stuff. But they might just be somebody that kind of shakes up your world. And the reason I say maybe be careful with this person is because we also have how can you mother yourself? And with this card, to me, what this really says in terms of like not necessarily being healed or attracting a certain partner, I find, at least in my path with healing, and I feel like Spirit is really prompting me to bring this out, is that a lot of people will attract partners if they are not healed within themselves. They will attract friendships and partners that allow them to play out the trauma from their parents or from how they were raised. They will constantly attract people into their lives so they can play out those traumas to heal them. And the reason I'm saying this is because we have the Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? You need to learn to take better care of yourself before giving your time and energy to someone else. And with the Devil card, this is a very heavy card of codependency. So this is a relationship that potentially could be very codependent, and that definitely doesn't make the two of you have a very healthy connection or a healthy bond. Now, I'm not saying for every single person here that's the case. That's just something that I pulled right off the top, is that this maybe isn't the healthiest connection, and to be very careful with how you share your energy with other people and with this person in particular. I do feel that with this relationship, they might also be seeking the same thing. So you guys could actually be magnets for each other's growth in the sense that there might be a lot that the two of you want to play out together in order to heal. But I don't really think that this relationship is going to be the end all be all. I don't see this relationship as, it's just one that I feel like is going to bring you into a deeper sense of consciousness. So it's not like all for nothing. I feel like it's a huge learning experience, but just be careful. Just be careful, guys. Please be careful with your energy and who you share it with. It's very important that you take care of yourself if you picked pile number 2. So that is all I have for you, pile number 2. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but please don't shoot the messenger, okay? All right, for those of you that chose pile number 3, we have the Strength card. We have the 7 of Swords. We also have the 2 of Cups. So whoever chose this pile, the 2 of Cups right off the bat tells me that this is a relationship that is very blessed by the universe. This is a relationship that, if allowed to blossom, actually can be something really great, because the 2 of Cups in the tarot to me is the best card for a relationship. You always want to see this card present because it is a true partnership of 2 strong, loving individuals that come together for their highest good. And so I feel like with that card being present right off the bat, I can tell you that this is a very loving, nurturing relationship. They absolutely have a crush on you, and definitely give this relationship a chance. We have the Strength card, which tells me that this person maybe is a little bit of a Leo energied person. Strength does correspond to Leo. We also have with that Strength card that this relationship, take it very literally. This person maybe does provide a lot of strength, or is a very strong-willed person that in your eyes, you're like, wow, this person has been through so much and look at how amazing they still are. The 7 of Swords tells me that you maybe feel like you are not good enough for this person, or you want to hide away because you feel like they are so amazing. Or it could be vice versa. Maybe they're shying away because they see you as somebody who's really amazing, kind of like this fox. You're kind of keeping yourself back, hiding away, not really sharing your full true self. You're keeping some things to yourself with them, or they with you. But ultimately, we also have the Neptune card here. And we also have Sagittarius. So you may find that you or them are a Sagittarius, or potentially a Pisces, or have a lot of that energy in your guys' charts. Excuse me. But Sagittarius, if it is a Sagittarius, if you're a Sagittarius or the other person is, I love you already. Sagittarius is a very adventurous sign, a fire sign as well. A very adventurous sign. They tend to be very carefree. And then they're kind of like, Sagittarius in a lot of ways is like the F-boy sign of the zodiac. They also just tend to be very carefree. So that could be you or them, and maybe that's why one of you feels the need to hide from the other one a little bit, because it's like, oh, they're so cool, like they're too cool for me. And with Neptune, to me, this is about having like a lot of emotional depth with bringing in any kind of Neptune energy. I feel like that is just, the connection is going to be very like emotionally deep. We also have Share Your Voice, Come Out of the Cave, Persecution, and Expression. And I feel like for you guys, whichever one of you, if it's them or you, the more you start to share of yourself or get them to come out of their shell and share of themselves, the more deeply this relationship is going to be able to blossom. That's honestly like the foundation that this relationship needs to build itself off of, is actually just being your most authentic self. And I love this reading. I think out of all the ones that I've done so far for today's reading, this one's probably my favorite, because there really is a relationship that is just truly rooted and blooming from a beautiful place, a beautiful foundation. It's about both people being themselves and sharing a really intimate, loving, beautiful bond together because of that. Leaning on the other person with the Strength card, emotional depth, lots of adventure. I feel like the relationship as a whole is going to be very exciting and very beautiful. So congratulations if you picked pile number 3. I feel like it's truly like, it's going to be gorgeous. So congrats. That is all I have for you, pile number 3. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am at kozykale, and I will see you guys in a future video. Bye. All right, if you chose pile number 4, we first of all have the Son of Swords. The Son of Swords. We also have the 8 of Cups and the Hermit card. So the Son of Swords tells me that This person, I do feel like if they had a crush on you, they would definitely be telling you. Because the Son of Swords, this is a very communicative card. This is equivalent to the Knight of Swords, and they are not going to shy away from anything. They would definitely let you know how they feel. With the Eight of Cups and the Hermit, however, I do feel like this person maybe does not have a crush on you, because the Eight of Cups is the escapism card, running away, not necessarily wanting to be bound to another. And the Hermit card, I think this to me says that they just really want to be left alone right now. They are somebody that is really trying to just work through themselves. They don't really want to be connected to someone else. So ultimately, I would say no, this person probably doesn't have a crush on you, because they would be telling you if they did. With this, we also have the Aquarius card, and we also have the Capricorn card. So with Aquarius and Capricorn energy, they are two signs that actually go one right after the other. It goes Capricorn in January, and then moving into the end of January, beginning of February, we start Aquarius season. So these signs really are very close together. I find that any sign can get along with any sign, so don't feel like it's that. But I do find that Aquarius can be a little bit too out there and too friendly for Capricorn, who can be a little bit more serious and dedicated to something. So I feel like if this is representational of the two of you, or they could just be someone that is a Capricorn with an Aquarius placement, or an Aquarius with Capricorn placement, or it could be like the two of you depending on the person. This is a generalized reading, so there's a lot of possibility here. But with Capricorn, I feel like they really want to be more dedicated and into themselves right now, where Aquarius maybe wants to be more like friendly and just around everyone. They don't want to commit. Ultimately, even though Capricorn is the sign of dedication, and I feel like in a lot of ways it could be commitment, the energy that I'm really picking up on is that they just don't want to be committed to someone else right now. They really want to be committed to themselves, their friendships, and just having fun in life. They're not looking for anything serious. And we also have don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I feel like for this person that maybe you've asked about, they really are just trying to find their place in the world. They're trying to figure out where their personality they have let kind of dim out, where they're not being themselves, and they're just kind of going through their own motions right now, and it doesn't really have anything to do with you. So even if like any of their actions have you feeling kind of scared, or like, oh, did I mess this up? Like, you honestly have nothing to worry about. It isn't even about you. This is completely someone on their own that is just trying to deal with stuff. So don't feel like anything is your fault at all. And that's really all I have for you, pile number 3. I know these were very quick readings today, but thank you so very much for watching. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at kozykale, and I will see you guys on Tuesday for another video. Bye!